Hey everyone, it's Relic here, and we are back on the FTOG Quantus server. So you'll remember in the last episode then, we set up the Woot farm with the Wither, and we've made some collections. Now, I've had a look in here already, and there was a surprising object in here. So we've got a bunch of the Nether Stars, and I've made none of the upgrades for this, by the way, yet. Haven't had really that much chance to get on, but I found this item in here, so a common shader grab bag from Immersive Engineering. Now, I don't even know what this is. I don't know how it got in there, whether or not somebody's been down here, had a look and dropped that in there. But yeah, so right click that and shader, trident. I don't even really know how we go about using that. So I am just going to pop it in one of these chests for now. But that is not what I want to do today. Now, the next step for this is going to be the collab that it just froze for a second there. It is going to be the collab that I mentioned about, I think I mentioned about anyway, that we're going to do with Grok. And that is to set up the Nether Star generator, which is going to take care of pretty much all of our power needs for now. But yeah, obviously got to wait until time zones and everything. Got to wait until we can both get online at the same time. Now, we did have something lined up, and that was pretty much my fault for missing out on that with a few bits and pieces that were going on in real life. But yeah, we will sort something out. So until we do that, I thought what we could do today is try to sort out our storage system a little bit. So we've got all of these modular storages from RFTools, and then obviously we've got a bunch of the storage drawers, and we've even got some normal chests down here, and that's okay. But yeah, number one is pretty much I've got stuff all about the place everywhere, and the reason for that mainly is because wherever I'm working at the time, I tend to set up a chest, and then I spend half an hour before each episode trying to find all the materials that I need for that episode. So I thought what we'll do is we will get the RFTools, the scanner, and the remote storage set up, and it's pretty easy. So the scanner itself just requires a little bit of power and a few of these bits and pieces, so a machine frame, which is easy enough to do, and yes, a few ender pearls and stuff. But we've got to find, as I say, where all of those bits are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go nip off camera. I know I've only just started the episode, but I'm going to nip off camera and I'm going to find a load of those bits and pieces so we can just craft that, get it placed, get it working. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, so a few minutes later, we've got the bits and pieces together that we need to get this done. So we've got the scanner first of all. So we need some lapis, a bit of iron, and probably would have been better actually to have just put it on there. Of course, you can't craft directly from a chest anymore. So let's just grab that out and grab some of those. We need some of that, and I think we need some lapis as well. So let's make that first of all. So there's the machine block. And then we need some redstone torches, which is why I've got those. So let's just grab those out, a bunch of those, and a bit of redstone. So that's 4 of those and 4 of those. And I think that was all we needed. A couple of gold ingots as well, of course. So now there is the storage scanner. Cool. So where are we going to put this? This is the big issue with this now. I'm guessing that just up here will be good. We're going to have to take that out as well because, can we get that yet? Cool. Because we are going to want a power source next to this, because this needs power obviously. So got that, and we are going to use a coal generator. Now the reason that we're going to do that is because we're going to do this remotely as well, and the coal generator allows us to charge the remote module. And I would have used Ender IO, but we haven't actually got that as yet. So we need another machine frame. There's a bit more lapis and some of those, which we should have all available. So it's one of those. And then we need some coal, a bit more of a few more of those. Redstone torches. I think we've got some coal over here. Kind of hoping that we have. Let's just grab that out. And not in the chest. Put that in there. And there is the coal generator. And we're just going to pop that up here next door to it, just there. And hopefully pop some. So this can't take charcoal. Now that is a real pain. So it can actually only take coal. A bit disappointed with that. I would have thought that it should have been able to take charcoal. And maybe if we just did just charcoal on its own. Okay, so it can take just charcoal, but it can't take blocks. That surprised me. I thought it would have been able to take blocks. But fine, so we're starting to get some energy in there. So now we can put that up to 20 blocks. And that'll get everything in here. And then we can just hit the scan button. And as you can see, that is literally scanned even upstairs. So there's quite a lot. Now, what I'm going to do is all of the modular storages. I'm just going to click on those. And if you press the T button, it will send it to the top of the list because they're the main things that we are going to want to work with for now. We'll get the rest set up later, but for now, let's just send all of those to the top where they should be now. And then if we click all of these, we'll be able to interact with these. So they are now routable, however you would like to say it. Okay, so that's cool. And now to make it remote, all we are going to need, first of all, is it's called a scanner control. Yes, it is, scanner control module. And what do we need for that? An ink sac, some gold. Wasn't gold, was it? Sorry, some redstone and some iron. But we are going to need a vanilla crafting table, first of all. I think it was iron there, an ink sac there, and redstone either side. So there's the control module. And then we're just going to right click that on the scanner. And we need to do a shift right click so we can't fly and do it. There we go, so we've got that. And then we just need a tablet to put this in. And hopefully we are pretty much good to go. Now for this is a little bit more expensive, so we need one of those, or a few of those, sorry, one of those. Let's put those bits back for now that we don't need into that chest. And was that chiseled quartz? It's just a block of quartz, fine. So one block of quartz. And I don't quite know what that was that flashed up on the screen then. But fine, there we go. So there is the storage module. Now we should be able to just put this in here like this, and there we go. And now that's got no power. But the reason why I use this is because you should just be able to now drop this in here. That is filled up to the maximum, and now we can see all of our stuff that we've got available to us in a list like that. And obviously we can go down and choose if we wanted, say for example, to see what was in the fridge. We can see that, so we can pretty much access everything. And we can craft with this as well. So say for example, I want to, let's see, if I wanted to craft a, can I come over here? Let's try that again. So if I wanted to craft a redstone torch, for example, I can just click that and then click this over here and it will put the recipe there. I can click craft one and then that will appear now in my inventory. So that is pretty cool. And obviously this will work anywhere that we want it to work. And I'm just wondering whether or not I've been having a few problems lately with the way that the game has looked. That little flash on the screen made me wonder if that was something to do with it. It wasn't, that's fine. Let's just jump back down here again. Oh, a bit of rubber banding. Oh, this is so the story of my life at the moment. I think it's because I'm so far away from the server, because the server is in the States. And right, so pop some more coal in there and just get that filled up with power. Obviously you don't want to let this run out of power because otherwise you're not going to be able to access any of your inventory. So yeah, pretty cool. So that is the storage scanner done. And as I say, you can just do whatever and then just normal, just clear this away as you would with a crafting table, and it just gets rid of the items. So I'm tempted, as we sort of gather together the resources to make building a load of these more viable, to actually get rid of all of the storage drawers maybe. But the only problem with that is when you've got stuff like, say for example, I don't know, cobble. So how much have we got in there? We've got like 152 stacks of that. That would obviously nearly fill a tier 2 card, so maybe I will keep some storage drawers, but we'll all of our loose stuff, or we're never going to have a massive amount of it, we'll put into the modular storage, and that way we'll just have a few drawers where we've got the sort of big items, where there's big amounts of them, and just tidy this up really. But yeah, quite pleased with that, and so glad that RFTools is open to us now. Obviously that means that we can grab the builder as well, and we can get back to the mining dimension and actually get some realistic quarrying done. But yeah, we need more power to be able to do that, and so once we've got this nether star generator, that is going to make life so much easier. But what we need to do before we can even do that, before we meet up with Grok, and somewhere in amongst all of my various rubbish is, there we go, is this sword. And we need to get over to spawn, to the blaze spawner, and collect up some ectoplasm. So I'll meet you at spawn. Okay, so here we are at spawn, and this is the little area where we can get some ectoplasm. There's a blaze spawner in here, set up by Grok. It's pretty cool. There's already some ectoplasm in there, so I presume that Grok's been down there, but we'll grab that. So all we need to do is switch this on, and then the blazes will start to drop down. Now I'm just going to let those build up for a minute, and while that is doing that, we'll just have something to eat really quickly. And then we just need to stand close enough so that we can hit these. And what I will do is turn the sound down a bit, because that is really, really loud. And where are we? Music and sounds. Hostile creatures. Right, that'll be a bit better, because that is really loud. And we just need to hit that with this sword, and we should see this going up. There we go. So you can see that going up. So I'm just going to do this for a while and try and get a couple of stacks of this stuff. I've really no idea how much we need. I'm kind of thinking that probably a couple of stacks will be enough, but yeah, we'll find out. So I will see you in a minute. Okay, so I've been here for quite a while hitting these things, and these started out coming out quite fast, but yeah, it turned out a little bit slower afterwards, but I'm going to leave one of these in here just so that it doesn't fill up with anything else. And I guess we've nearly got 2 stacks of this. Yeah, that'll do. That's pretty cool. So I'll jump out of here and get back to the base if we can ever actually get there. It'd be really, really handy. I'm not really sure what it is in spawn that causes me to do this, but I seem to sort of get bounced about quite a lot. I'm not sure whether or not it's the railway station, but yeah, I am. I'm not going to subject you to watching me trying to get over there, so I'll meet you in a minute. Okay, so that was actually a lot easier that time than it has been. So it definitely seems to be either if you're going towards spawn or when you're just trying to get out. But as soon as you get back over this side, it does seem a lot better. So I think the frame rates are a lot better over here as well. But yeah, this sword is pretty cool actually. Now, it says it's got 2000 durability. Now I know it's got mending on there, but it didn't even have the bar come up. Like this has the little bar at the bottom, the diamond sword. But it didn't even have that. It didn't seem to take any damage whatsoever. And I'm not sure if that's what mending does. Whether or not it just doesn't allow it to take any damage whatsoever. But yeah, so Grok gave me this to get the ectoplasm with. But I've not even really looked just to see how it comes together. So it's got 2000 durability as standard. And it takes a bit of obsidian, this Spectra ingot, which is just a bit of ectoplasm, some lapis, and some gold. So it doesn't actually look as though it's that difficult to make. But I guess if you haven't got the sword, how would you get the ectoplasm in the first place? I'm not really 100% sure. I think I'm probably going to have to ask Rock that, because it does seem like one of those things. Say, if I didn't have the sword, how I would get it in the first place, I've absolutely no idea. But that is going to be it for this episode. As I say, I got through the storage a lot quicker than what I thought I was going to. And yeah, got nothing really else to do today. So I am going to keep it nice and short. And I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, remember to hit that like button. Always very, very much appreciated. Very helpful. And as always, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. And I will see you in the next episode. That wasn't quite the button that I wanted to press. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Bye.